Woo! What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Techbit Solutions, and I want to talk about Tesla. Tesla is up over 6% today, and I know you guys might have a couple of questions. If you guys can't watch the entire video, this is pretty much what I'm going to be covering. Why is Tesla stock going up? SpaceX, credibility, battery day, Elon is on fire with hitting targets, and saving billions on advertisements are the points that I'm going to be covering today. So I really hope that throughout this video you learn something new and it just gets you one step closer to your overall goal. One of the things that I do want to remind you is don't even just stop here. There's so many different ways on how you can read up on news that is currently going on. And to answer that very simple question of why is Tesla stock going up? And the only thing I have to answer to you is the SpaceX launch is only establishing more credibility for Elon Musk and its counterparts, right? And Tesla obviously being his publicly traded company. It's just a huge accomplishment overall. And even a Morgan Stanley analyst shared that it only establishes more credibility for Elon and the overall Tesla team, and something that in the scientific field has been so difficult to accomplish. As many of you guys have heard, over the weekend, they ended up pushing it a couple of days back. They ended up being able to reach the first commercial rocket, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was since 2011, to reach the International Space Station. It was all over the news, and it was just a huge accomplishment for SpaceX. Like many of you guys know, Elon Musk owns not only SpaceX, but also Tesla itself. And because of that, it looks like it only caused more awareness and more credibility for the big boss of Tesla itself, causing it to push up over 6%. One of the things that we have been getting asked a lot today is if you guys perform a very quick technical analysis, looking at overall highs, it normally, again, based off of previous patterns, does not hold very well above $900. It's not impossible. Obviously, it's hit above $900 multiple times. But what I want to share with you is that you can see multiple times as it approaches $900. It's a very common resistance level for the past 180 days. And as you see, we are literally just scraping by below the $900 price point. One of the things that I do want to share with you is, again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. And there is so much hype and demand right now with Tesla and Elon Musk in general, especially because of this huge accomplishment that SpaceX just had. And some of you guys might be asking, well, how is it that something with SpaceX, which doesn't have really anything to do with maybe Tesla, can cause this publicly traded company to go up? And it all really has to do with awareness and overall credibility. As many of you guys know, I mean, I've always been a big supporter of Elon, and I find him to be a big inspiration, as I think many of us would agree. He does have a lot of people that doubt him, right? No question about it. He sets really high expectations. And this year so far, he's been absolutely crushing it in every aspect when it comes down to overall earnings, when it comes down to overall production levels, when it comes down to pre-orders, when it comes down to even his SpaceX company. And again, for the first time ever in history, for a commercial airline to reach the International Space Station and successfully do that is, again, a huge accomplishment. And for all those, again, Elon Musk haters, it's just a very sad day for them. So what I want to share with you is, I'm a big believer when it comes down to technical analysis. I think patterns tend to repeat themselves, but one of the things that you have to understand, when there's so much hype and so much demand on the fundamental side, this is only establishing more credibility, which means more awareness, which then can directly cause, again, the overall price to go up as the overall demand goes up, as people want to be a part of this overall process and journey of, again, this overall genius that is really disrupting so many different markets. So it would not surprise me. What I'm here to share with you throughout this entire video is I do agree with a lot of you that, hey, Tesla is overbought. It is overextended, and based off of previous highs, it would make sense on why it could get rejected. All I'm saying is it would not surprise me because of current demand levels and how much credibility he has and how he's been literally on fire, that it could continue to rally. And what I wanted to share with you is, we talked about SpaceX, we talked about credibility, up and coming. What's next for Tesla? Battery day. There's so much you need to read up about Battery day. There's so much hype behind it. And all I'm here to share is, because we're already at the peak of the previous resistance level, and with it approaching this untold and unnamed date so far, as we approach the potential release of overall Battery day, it would not be surprising, again, because more awareness and more hype and more demand will overall could cause the price of Tesla to continue to rally, as again, there's just overall more demand for Tesla. So I do agree, technicals can be effective, but overall, in my experience, fundamentals and especially hype and demand levels will always trump technicals, right? And I'm just very excited to see where it goes from here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting my alert for the break above 900. I think that if we do approach battery day and there is, again, positive release, based off of his overall previous performance for the past couple of months and this year overall, he's hit every single milestone and hit every single target. So based off of everyone's expectation, it would not be surprising to him, absolutely destroy battery day. So I'm going to set my alert there. But again, there's always some form of risk when it comes down to either trading or investing. So just make sure that if it actually begins to show signs of a resistance, as again, we are approaching a previous resistance level, that you do your part, at least inform yourself that, hey, we are a little bit more on the overbought side. It wouldn't be much of a surprise if it does begin to pull back. So I just wanted to make you aware of both sides. With that being said, we talked about Elon being on fire and hitting his overall targets. And this is the last thing that I want to talk about is Morgan Stanley analyst pretty much talked about saving billions on advertisement. And I wanted to ask you guys, in comparison to any CEO out there that has a stronger presence, online presence, than Elon Musk, any CEO for a publicly traded company. There's Jeff Bezos, but he's the richest man in the world. But when you think about Jeff Bezos, I just feel like we think more of Amazon. When you think of someone like Elon, this is 100% my opinion, at least based off of how he presents himself online. He's very open, he's very opinionated, and people respect that. He also has a huge following which literally saves him billions and billions of dollars. Just think about the last time that you saw a Tesla commercial. There's just so much hype built around Tesla and all his brands because of his online presence. So then, in a sense, they're viewing him as an amazing marketing genius, and if I'm not mistaken, again, one of the smartest people, at least in our generation, regardless if you agree or disagree. He's definitely disrupting so many different markets. Overall, I'm just super excited to follow up and see where Tesla goes from here. So I set my alerts on both sides. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to battery day. So I wanted to do my part explaining why it went up. Yes, we are approaching previous resistance levels, but because there's so much hype, it just wouldn't surprise me, especially as we're approaching a very high demand day, which there's a lot of hype built behind battery day, that it could continue to rally and we could see a break. And it wouldn't really surprise me if we make new highs on the 180-day chart. Like we know, when Tesla trades, and again, this is something that you guys all have to be aware of, especially our beginner traders or beginner investors, please watch your position size and be aware that, yes, just as much money as you can make, you can lose. Tesla tends to be very volatile when it experiences, again, a lot of hype and a lot of demand. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like we've said before, great opportunity comes with great responsibility, and you just have to make sure that you do your part in managing that risk. So let me know in the comment section what it is that I missed, if you're looking forward to battery day, and what you think. Do you think that Tesla is going to continue to rally based off of the overall hype and the set expectation for battery day, or do you think that based off of previous patterns it's so overbought that it's bound to pull back? So I really hope that throughout this video you learned something new. I really hope that I earned your thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, we do run the largest Facebook group in the world for those who day trade in the stock market. If you've been itching to connect with like-minded individuals, you literally just have to click that first link down below and join 275,000 members, and this is absolutely for free. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you get alerted when we upload a new video, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.